it's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to our one-off album review, and this week it's part of the Neil Young story, and we've reached the 1990s, and during the 1990s Neil only released one solo album, and it was his 21st, and it came out in 1992, and it's Harvest Moon. Now the thing about this, many of his backing musicians also appeared on Harvest, so they all sort of got back together, which was quite nice. So Neil Young does vocals, guitars, harmonica, banjo, piano, pump organ, vibraphone. Then we have the Stray Gators, which is Ben Keith on pedal steel guitar and Dabaro bass marimba, Spooner Oldham on the piano and pump organ, Tim Drummond on the bass, Kenny Buttery on the drums, Linda Ronstadt doing her backing vocals, and James Taylor. So they got the whole gang back together with Astrid Young, and Jack Nichol did the string arrangements. So I said they got the gang back together, and they made another excellent album. So the first track on this one is Unknown Legend. Now this is a great song. It's one of my favourites off the album. It's a great track to open the album. Fine performance vocally from Neil. Super track. Then we have from Hank to Hendrix. The harmonica on this is lovely. Some nice guitar work on it again. It's an absolute gem of a track. You and Me, some nice acoustic guitar on this one. Really nice track. Neil sounds really good on this album. The title track, Harvest Moon, which is my second favourite track on the whole album. It's a nice easy pace of some lovely keyboards, a super vocal from Neil, but the backing vocals of Linda and James is on there, and it's a super track. But my favourite track on here, and it's War of Man. You've got James Taylor on this again, some great guitar. It's one of the best tracks of these later years for Neil. Super great. It really goes back to the heyday. I love that track. One of These Days. What a bass line on this. Absolutely great from Tim Drummond. Really gets into the groove. Another fine vocal. Such a Woman, which has got a really nice piano piece on it and some more harmonica. Another strong track from this album. Old King next. Great track. We've got banjo on here, which has got that country feel with a solid bass line. Super track. Great singing on it. And then there's a live track on here, and it's Natural Beauty, which was recorded at the Civic Auditorium in Portland in 1992. It's nicely done. It's an excellent track. I've never been keen on putting live tracks at the end of albums, but I do like this track. It's a good little track. So, after a disappointing 1980s, I mean, he was busy doing other stuff with Crazy Horse and other bits and bobs, but this is a stunning album. I think it's the best album that he put out in the 90s, regardless. His vocals are back on form. As I said, he got the band back together after some of them disasters of the 80s. But this is a brilliant album, and I know it's one of Simon's favourite albums. He speaks very highly of this, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.5. So there we go. That's all for this week. But if you're in Leeds on Saturday morning, myself, Mike and Nick will be at the record fair. So if you want to come and say hello, feel free. We like to talk to people. We talk to loads of people, but you know, if you come up and find us, don't be shy. Just come up, say hi. I'll watch your channels, etc. Because every time we do get together, at least one person says hello to us. So if you're in Leeds on Saturday, that's where you'll find myself, Nick, Mike. Okay, have a great weekend, everyone. I'll be back on Monday, and what we're going to kick off Monday with then, more Neil Young. We're going to look at the 2000s, some really good albums in the 2000s, and my perfect side will be the pieces regretted de blanc. I can't say talk for toffee. So that's what we'll be doing. So I will see all you on Monday. Have a great weekend.